Hi, my name is Elizabeth Kelly, and I'm going to be your new caseworker. So before we get started, I would just like to go over a few rules before you tell me any of your problems. So with our facility, we are under HIPAA law, which means that we care about your privacy. So HIPAA law states that all of your personal health information is private. So if you tell me something about your health, I'm not gonna go and tell somebody else. And that also means that at any point in time you can get your health records or you can see all of your health tests. I'm not gonna withhold anything from you. That being said, I am a mandated reporter, so anything that you tell me that has to do with abuse, let's say self-harm, for you or against anyone else, I will have to report it to someone because I care about your safety and I care about the well-beings of other people also. So yeah, why are you here?
Well, this is my first year at Western, and my roommate is just always bringing her boyfriend over, and I have an 8 a.m. class every day, and I'm a STEM major, and it's been consistent where they're just up at night just watching Netflix, and then I'm in the corner on my bed just trying to go to sleep, and it gets really frustrating, and I've voiced my frustrations, but they're just not really listening. They've gone to the lounge and stuff to watch Netflix and stuff for a week, and now they're just back in the room again, and it's just kind of frustrating.
So you're just feeling frustrated and kind of at an end point right now with your roommate?
Not necessarily at an end point, but it's just I've had to deal with this for 3 weeks now, and it's getting to a point where my coursework is getting heavier and heavier as the quarter is going, and I'm staying up or I'm doing all my schoolwork, and then I need to go to sleep at a certain point, and I already established that with her at the beginning of the year, saying that hey, 11 p.m. I need to go to bed, so maybe just keep it quiet sort of thing, and she's just not listening to me.
So overall, the situation is affecting your schoolwork and your personal life?
Well, yeah, because the heavier my coursework, the more time I have to spend on homework, and then the more time I have to spend on homework, and the more I have to be in my room, but they're always just in my room, and if it takes longer for me to finish just because they're always so loud, and then by the time I'm ready to go to bed, they're still there.
So your voice isn't being heard. So when you moved in the first week and you met your roommate, did you guys ever go over a roommate agreement? Did you ever sign anything stating the rules?
We briefly talked about it. We didn't write anything down explicitly, but we briefly discussed some boundaries and stuff. But I feel my needs aren't necessarily being met, and it just feels really frustrating.
Okay, so going forward, we need to find a way that your voice is going to be heard and that your roommate understands where you're coming from. Maybe a good tactic would be to have someone sit in on a conversation you're having with your roommate so that both of your sides are being heard.
Who would I have to contact?
In this case, I think right now, since it hasn't escalated to anything physical or anything threatening, I think that you should get in contact with your RA. Do you have one for your floor or do you have one for your building?
I think so. I've only met her once before, but yeah.
What house, where are you living on campus?
I live on the Ridge.
Okay, so I think in the Ridge there's a person for each one. So first you should get in contact with that person to see if you can set up a meeting with them. And if they don't respond back to you, then just follow up. And then if they still don't respond back to you, then you need to talk to the people who are in charge of hall council.
Okay, got it. What should I do, like,
For the time being until this.
yeah, just because, like, what I'm really worried about is, like, she's just gonna, like, continue with this sort of behavior, and, like, I'm not gonna get, like, enough sleep at all, like, especially for midterms, and, like, yeah, like, even tonight, like, I have a chemistry exam tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., and I'm worried that, like, I'm just not gonna be able to sleep, and it's gonna be, like, 2 a.m., like, and not being able to sleep.
So what are the time frames, like, she's having people in and out of your room? Because you mentioned that it was mostly at night.
Yeah, I mean, during the day also, and I don't really mind during the day because I'm in class during that time, but when I come back in, like, late afternoon to do homework, I just, like, walk in and there's people there, and I usually don't know, like, how long they've even been there. Honestly, it just seems like she's not even going to class. She just always has people over.
Well, I know this is not ideal, but I know there are some study spaces in each of your buildings that could be used as quiet areas, but there's also the library. However, the library does close its doors after midnight, and that's pretty late to be staying up on a school night when you have class the next day. Since this issue doesn't seem to be getting better, you could maybe try leaving and then coming back, and if she still has people in the room during quiet hours, because I know that quiet hours are required, you could call the on-call staff and have them come talk to her, and maybe they could resolve it for the night, because I know if you get more than 3 noise complaints, then there will be action taken against you, so maybe that could be a short-term thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be a little awkward just because, like,
You guys are,
I don't want to tattle on my roommate, you know?
yeah.
And I don't want to, like, ruin my relationship with her because, like, we weren't random roommates. We'd known each other for, like, a year now. We were friends since, like, our senior year of high school. But she, like, and then, like, this boyfriend is, like, someone who, like, she just, like, recently met, like, this year since, like, moving in. So I'm like,
You're just, like, stuck.
yeah.
First, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but I think first you should go talk to her when there's no one in your room. Even though confrontations are hard, I think that to open up, like, a good dialogue, it should just be between you and her, because when there's multiple people in a room, people can gang up, and it is just not a positive outcome. And if that doesn't work, if she's not hearing your voice, then you need to take more steps to, like, make sure your health and well-being is being taken care of, because we were only in the 3rd week of school and you are having these problems, and you cannot live like this for the rest of the year. Your classes will suffer and your mental health will suffer.
Mm-hmm.
We want you to be productive in school and out of school. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to talk to her more assertively. And if that doesn't work, I'll try to contact my RA.
Yeah, and if that doesn't work and your RAs don't do anything within the next week, you can contact me, and then I will directly go and call someone, because, yeah, we're just all about your well-being, and I don't think that this should be taken lightly.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you for meeting with me.
Yeah, thank you.